Welcome. This is Tina Brigitini, Master Energy Healer and Guide on your sacred journey of healing and remembering who you are. And today we're exploring something deeply tender and profoundly human, and that is grief. Grief has many faces. It's the ache in your chest when someone you love is no longer here. It's the empty space where routine once lived. It's the soul exhaustion of letting go of something, someone, or even some version of yourself. And yet, grief is also love with no place to go. It's sacred, and it's necessary, and it's energy. In today's episode, we'll talk about how grief lives in the body and the energy field, what energy therapies can do to soothe and support the grieving process, how to honor the life and the loss without bypassing your pain, and how you can begin to feel whole again, not because grief is gone, but because you've made space for it in a new way. So wherever you are, walking, resting, curled up in bed, I invite you to take a breath with me now. And let's begin. Grief isn't just emotional, it's energetic. It ripples through the nervous system. It sits in the lungs, the heart, the belly. It alters frequency. It dims your light, and it softens your voice. Grief can feel like heaviness in the chest, tightness in the throat, a sense of floating or disconnection. Your energy is simply trying to find a new way to hold what has changed. And as David Kessler, co-author on Grief and Grieving with Elizabeth Kubler-Ross says, grief is not something you get over, it's something that you learn to carry. In my years of clearing energetic systems, I have witnessed the quiet ways grief hides under the ribs, in the hips, in the aura. Sometimes it's obvious, other times it comes disguised as fatigue, anxiety, or even chronic physical tension. Polarity therapy, a gentle touch, breath work, and energy balancing can help grief move, not disappear, but flow. And the goal is not to erase grief, but to give it space so it doesn't harden or isolate. Sometimes clients come in saying, I don't know why I'm crying, and I say, your body knows what your mind hasn't caught up to yet, so we let it move. There's an invitation inside of grief to hold and honor the love that made it so painful. Grief means that something mattered. Something or someone impacted your soul, and that matters still. In my work, ritual often means breath, touch, intention. Sometimes it means lighting a candle, or writing a letter, or laying on the table and saying, I'm ready to feel this now. You don't have to be ready all at once. Grief is not linear. It spirals, it returns, but so do the waves of peace if you let them. One woman came to me after losing her son. She couldn't speak of him without shaking. The grief lived in her stomach and throat. And through gentle polarity holds, connecting the belly to the heart, we allowed the body to tell a story, not with words, with tears, with warmth, with stillness. And weeks later, she whispered, I still miss him every day. but now I feel like I can breathe again. That's the healing, not forgetting, but breathing with it. Here are a few ways energy practices can help. Breath work, just gently breathing into the belly and chest. It softens the constriction. Just try a 4 count inhale, 4 count exhale, and let the breath carry the weight outward. Clarity yoga for grief. There are poses that open the heart and the hips that can help to release the sorrow. Elemental balancing. In grief, the water element often dominates, so grounding with earth, warming with fire, and reconnecting to ether can restore your full energetic system. Sound and vibration, just humming and chanting, or placing your hand over your chest while making a low tone can comfort the nervous system. Stillness and silence. Ether holds the space where spirit speaks. In deep grief, sitting in silence allows the soul to reorient. For many, the pain of grief is tied to the mystery. Where are they now? In my own work and in my teachings from metaphysical traditions and near-death experiences, I believe that the soul moves gently, that they are not gone. They are simply in a different frequency, just beyond our perception, but never beyond our love. Grief does not sever the bond, it reshapes it. And you can speak to them. You can ask for signs. You can feel their essence in a breeze, a dream, a sudden warmth. This is not illusion. This is energy still in communion with yours. If you're grieving now, or if you're carrying a loss that never got to be fully felt, take a few quiet moments after this episode to just sit with your heart. Place your hands gently on your body and just say silently, I honor the pain because I honor the love. I allow grief to move. I am whole even in sorrow. And no, you are not alone. You never were. And the one you lost, their light lives on in you, through you, and around you. Thank you for joining me for this tender episode. If it resonated with you, please share it with somebody that you love. And you can find more tools, guided meditations, Clarity Yoga flows in my free app, which I will put the link down below. And until next time, keep breathing, keep honoring, and keep coming back to you with much love and light. Tina Brigitini.